BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. Hey, welcome everyone to 50 Minutes of Experience, and today I'm with Mário Pais from Portugal. Welcome, Mario.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure
to be sharing my contents and my experience with you guys. So I'm very blessed to be here. Thank you, guys.
So Mario, it's really nice to have you, as I said, and today we talk about some of your experience, not only as a photographer but also as a human. And I think you have a lot of stories to tell us, but don't be nervous, don't be shy to tell us.
No, it's all good.
And let's start just from you, and who are you, just to introduce you to who is listening to this podcast, and then we can go a bit deep and through your story and your life and your experience, okay?
Sounds good. So I'm Mario, I'm 42 years old, I live in Lisbon. I have a huge passion about photography since about 20 years ago. That's when I start shooting. Nowadays, I'm a flight attendant. It's not my photography is not my job, but as a flight attendant, I have the chance to travel a lot, and also to explore my photography in those places. So it's a huge opportunity to do that. I started taking pictures here in Portugal when I was younger. I wanted to be a surf photographer underwater, so I started shooting with a small cyber shot and a water housing. I was taking pictures of my friends surfing, but then the passion started to evolve to a more complex thing, and nowadays I'm exploring a little bit more street photography and photojournalism from the places where I'm traveling to. So it's a good experience.
The most of the time you travel, you enjoy the travel, you enjoy the other cultures, and
yes.
we can say you survive of that, or it's just something is related to something else.
It started as a job. I had since I was a young boy, I had the desire to travel a lot, especially to some different places. And luckily, I started working with this airline that takes me to these amazing and not so commercial places. So I have the chance to take some pictures over there, especially India and other places in Africa, and also Saudi and other totally different places. So I have the chance to take some nice pictures over there and to explore my creativity in those streets. Sometimes it's not so easy, but I'll try my best every time I go out into the streets.
So let's do it some questioning time.
Yeah.
I put you some question, short answer, and we try to discover as much as we can. So the worst place you were in your life?
That's a tricky worst place. That's a tricky question. My worst place, probably Algeria. It was hard. It was hard to take pictures in those streets because they are a bit suspicious about people from other countries. So to take pictures in that country was a challenge. So I wasn't able to explore so much, but yes, probably Algeria. Algeria is probably the worst place that I've been.
I'm curious now because I'm struggling. I'm, we are doing a book of subways and underground all over the world, and I have a lot of problem to find the picture of the subway in Algeria. Have you some picture
I don't
of the
have
subway?
it. No, no.
Damn it. So
No.
I tried, but yeah, I can understand because I told you, doing this work, I'm searching picture from Algeria, and it's really difficult to find this picture in
Yeah.
general, not only of the subway. So I can understand. And let's go to the next question. You said you're going to places are a bit more hidden, we can say. So if you go in India, for
Yes.
sure you visit the central city, but also you go somewhere else, I think more in the villages. And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to know more about what drive you to these countries. You just, think about, okay, I wanna just travel, and I take first ticket, come up to my mind, I go there, and then from that I just discover by over the feeling, or you prepare some plans. So tell me more about your process. I'm really curious about your process.
Yeah, now the airline that I'm working with, they have a long-term operation in India. So I've been traveling this last year, maybe 6 times or 7 times to India. So every time I go there, I try to discover other places. So, for example, I went to see the Holi festivities in March. I was there. I arrived in Delhi a few days before, so I had a chance to go driving over there with a friend, with the Indian. It's like my tour guide, you know. So I had the chance to go there. I had some days off over there, so I booked a plane ticket and I went to Varanasi. So I was able to enjoy Varanasi. So every time I went to I go somewhere to work and I have some days, I try to plan some trips in those countries so I can discover a little bit about the places and the people that are living there. So it's a good way because I can be several days over there in India, for example, and I can explore everything basically.
So we can
It's
say
nice.
actually is you went there more and more times. So we can say
Yeah, 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 yeah,
you have a friend there, you have your situation, your stories going on, and
yeah, yeah,
let tell me more. I would love to know the people you met there, the people you are getting in touch with. What are you discovering? What are the experience? Are you taking with your picture and not? Also not because most of the time, and like probably this is something I can feel it from your picture and also from watching you now,
yeah.
that probably you are not one of the person that sees something really cruel in front of you and taking a picture, but more like being human. I don't know, this is my feeling. I mean, like um I was talking some podcast ago with photographer from New Jersey, and we was talking about when
Mm-hmm.
there are photographer, reporter in general, they work for newspaper, and they go in a war, or they went, for example, the 11th September in New York.
In New York,
Everyone
yeah, yeah.
everyone was shooting, people dying, and he was there, and he felt like, no, I cannot do it that, and this is the feeling I feel like, yeah, probably you could be one of these photographers say, no, I cannot do it that. But tell me yours. I mean, if you can do it, probably you have the stomach to do it that. So
Yeah, I think the main purpose of photographers is to capture moments and moments that are happening. So if I'm seeing a situation, extreme situation, and I can shoot it, I will shoot it. Of course, I will take the picture. And if I can help someone along the way, I will help someone along the way as well. We must be humans, not only photographers, I think. But the main purpose of photography is to capture the moment. So imagine the 9/11, if there weren't there photographers or cameramen, the impact of that event would be a lot less because people wouldn't see the graphic part of it. So
yeah,
that's why it's important
will not
to
see
have
the truth,
some.
no?
Sorry.
People will not see the truth in a way.
Yeah, of course, of course. So I think this is the main purpose of photography in general, is to show the truth, at least the truth of yourself as an artist, or the thing that is happening around you, not faking. That's why that's the major point of photography, I think.
So keeping your words, I want to ask you, how much is the weight of the truth in this work?
I try to be as true as possible as the things that I see on the streets, because my main purpose is to take people travel over there, travel mentally in this case. They see the picture and they feel that they are over there. They are experiencing the thing. They are living the thing that I'm living. So that's my main approach on photography. That's why I like to show the truth to the people. What is happening on the streets, for example, in India? What are the main feelings when you go to, for example, Holi festival, where all the Indians are together in a huge celebration? This is my main thing, is to show people that this happens in the world, and it's part of it.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to ask you, exactly the Holi festival, because I was watching this picture and then you started to talk about, and it's so cool because it's like, you know, a connection without knowing that I'm watching that. But really, I want to go a bit more deep in what is your vision, and ask to you more about what are you feeling. Not only during the travel, because I can imagine during the travel is something really strong, and but what push you, what drive you to go back there in India? I mean, we can avoid the friend, we can avoid the story, as you know already, but there is probably something more than drive you there.
Yeah, India is a very complex country, as you might imagine. You see everything over there. You see humanity in its pure form, I think. You can see the best of it, and you can see the worst of it in the same place, almost at the same time. And it's a very beautiful country, in my opinion. I know I was there the first time. I was in Goa 4 years ago, and I felt that, okay, I have a connection with this place. I know that I can go there, make some good pictures. People are very friendly, are very open to take pictures, actually. So it's not a huge barrier. So you can approach them. You can try to take a portrait without asking, and then you ask after, or you can go and approach people. Oh, can I take your portrait? And they are not posing, for example, as we do in Europe, posing, smiling. They just show what they really are. So that's the most amazing thing about those people.
I can imagine. I will love to. That's in this way. I will love to travel to India. I mean, I'm meeting a lot of photographers from India that they tell me about them country. I met a lot of photographers here from India. They are friends, and I got in touch with them stories, and yeah, there are always a lot of different particular situation I get in touch with, and it's always magic to imagine to spend. I don't want to say a lot, but 1 year there, discovering the world.
Yeah, it's a really nice place.
I want to ask you last question.
It's a really nice place.
A real last question. I mean, a question a bit more open that we can go along with. It's
of course
that you travel a lot and then you do this work. If you have to advise to other photographers never did this, they want to travel, they want to make them life discovering photography and traveling together. What are your advice for them?
Basically, plan well your trip, because there are certain timings in the places. For example, India during summer is horrible to take pictures, because at 7 a.m. it's already almost 30 degrees. So imagine. So it's planning. Above everything is planning the trip. See what you want to take pictures, because people that are more into landscape photography need to choose. Maybe they go to Iceland. To go to Iceland, you need to choose well the dates to go there. Otherwise, you'll get completely a snowstorm and you cannot do anything. So it's planning above everything. Plan the place, plan the right timing to take picture of the place. For example, there is a river in New Delhi, and during winter there are some birds that stay over there in that area, in that river. So during sunset and sunrise, it's magical, that place. The birds are like 1,000 birds flying into the sky with the sunrise, and this is only happens during winter. So if you go there by summer, you don't get anything. So I think plan well the trip, where to start, where to end, the middle, all the contingencies that you might face regarding weather, regarding transportation, internet, accommodation as well. So planning while you are traveling, it's a key point, I think. Otherwise, we'll be completely lost with the luggage, cameras. So it's important to plan well.
Do you work on the post-production during you are there, or you are just getting back the work when you go back in Portugal?
Of the timings. If I stay there, for example, I went 2 months straight to India. So I took my computer with me and I did the editing over there. Because I was infected with the COVID in India, when that big catastrophe happened in India, I was infected there. So luckily I had my laptop with me and I was able to edit a lot of pictures during my isolation. It's another story, another long story. But yeah, usually I do it 50-50 basically.
Okay. So just in the flow, depends of the flow. Obviously, I think it's about if you got a best picture of your life, then you say I have to post product now.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah. Usually I have a tablet as well where I can do some light post editing, but the major one I use I do it on the computer with the Lightroom. Very intuitive. So usually I use it.
Okay. So thank you a lot to Mario for your time and for your words. And
grazie mille.
Was short but nice. And if everyone wants to see the work of Mario, we'll find the link in the description. And this was Mário Pais from Portugal.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your time and talk. Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/BerlinExplorer or visit our Instagram and follow Berlin Explorer Project.